11 signs you're more emotionally intelligent than others. From Greek philosopher Aristotle's proposed 14 distinct emotional expressions all the way to Dr. Robert Plutchik's 90 definitions of what emotion really is, it's clear that the feelings we experience greatly affect our lives. So if you want to become a better friend, colleague, partner, parent, and even leader, watch this video to learn about the traits of emotionally intelligent people and see if there are any skills you'd like to work on. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications to join us on the bright side of life. 1. You can easily influence other people. People who are aware of what they're feeling and why they're feeling it have a clear understanding of what they need to get out of a certain situation. This is why it's easy for them to communicate in an assertive manner while not coming across as forceful or aggressive. Their emotional awareness of their own feelings and those of the people around them allows them to feel confident in their approach. That, in turn, makes the people they're addressing feel more comfortable. 2. You know how to read situations correctly. It's easy for everyone to see that it's raining outside. But it's the difference between noticing that one person feels sad about the weather because they didn't bring an umbrella, while another feels happy about the rain because it means their garden will be tended to. An emotionally intelligent person will instantly be able to understand without any words that their colleague is wishing for someone to offer to drive them home after work. 3. You can keep cool under pressure. It's very hard to get under the skin of someone with a high level of emotional intelligence because these people are very aware of who they are as a person. They accept themselves and their flaws. They don't feel the need to strive for perfection because they understand and accept the fact that a person cannot be perfect and can only try to do their best. That is why you won't see an emotionally intelligent person cause a scene if someone tries to insult them. 4. You can successfully manage difficult situations. The ability to be empathetic and sense what other people are going through and how they're feeling about it allows an emotionally intelligent person to get to the bottom of problems that might cause difficult situations. Emotionally intelligent people are in tune with the emotions they're feeling and can quickly sense the emotions experienced by the people with whom they're dealing. This type of sensitivity allows people with a high EQ to manage a situation without doing any involuntary damage to anyone's feelings. 5. You can express yourself clearly. People with a high level of emotional intelligence have a greater vocabulary, which really helps them get through to the person they're addressing. Recent research from the University of California, Berkeley suggests that there could be 27 distinct types of emotion. They're all interconnected, and being an emotionally intelligent person means being able to understand which emotion is being experienced and what to do about it. If you ever catch yourself feeling nervous, you may actually be feeling anxious because you feel that you haven't prepared enough for a certain situation. Understanding the true nature of your emotions and the emotions of those around you won't be of much use if you're unable to categorize the emotions and describe them clearly. 6. People respect you. Emotionally intelligent people are not successful because they always say yes to everything and everyone. That's not what makes people like, admire, and respect them. What does is the fact that people with a high EQ level are very certain when it comes to their priorities. They won't drop everything to attend to a last-minute dinner invitation. This makes an emotionally intelligent person appear reliable and dependable in the eyes of others. The ability to calmly say no when they know something is not right for them is what makes people respect them. 7. You can read facial expressions. None of us exist without nonverbal communication. However, there's no dictionary to help us understand any of these tiny, often barely noticeable cues. That's why being able to correctly interpret wordless messages and being able to send them in return is such an important skill to have in both your personal life and in the workplace. An emotionally intelligent person knows how to pay attention to the silent cues they're being sent during a conversation, and they know when it's best to take a step back to offer more space, to put a hand on someone's shoulder in comfort, to squint their eyes and nod in sympathy, or to offer an encouraging smile. 8. You're funny. Emotionally intelligent people have the knowledge, wittiness, cleverness, and ability to sense when the time is perfect for a joke. Their sensitivity to the emotional atmosphere of certain situations make them amazing at knowing just what type of humor the people they're with would find truly side-splitting. People with a high level of EQ have a knack for being able to relate to people, which means they can quickly find something they have in common and make a harmless joke that will help either break the ice if they've just met or diffuse a difficult situation. 9. You're curious about other people. Being able to empathize with those around you makes you interested in their lives. The receptiveness you feel when you even so much as make eye contact with someone can be enough for you to wonder what that person's life is like, where they're going, where they're coming from, and what they're thinking about all of it. Such a healthy level of curiosity is incredibly important when it comes to successful interpersonal relationships because it allows a person to feel that they are not being judged or criticized when they're interacting with someone with a high level of emotional intelligence. 10. You know when to stop when it comes to caffeine. It's funny how we're so used to using coffee and other caffeinated beverages to help us get through the day. Excessive amounts of caffeine can trigger the release of adrenaline, the source of the fight or flight response. This makes us respond to situations more quickly to help us survive. Basically, too much caffeine will make your brain and body feel like they're in survival mode and that everything happening is slightly dangerous and must be dealt with accordingly. The funny thing is that many people use caffeine to fight off boring tasks at work instead of running away from a predator. People with a high level of emotional intelligence can sense the changes in their emotional state if their actions are driven by caffeine-induced energy, and they choose not to play with such emotional fire. 11. You have a cat. According to the results of a study conducted in 2014 at Carroll University in Waukesha, Wisconsin, in which 600 college students were tested on their personality traits and intelligence, cat people showed higher cognitive abilities than those who preferred dogs. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that dogs openly share their emotions and make it easier for us to read them, while cats always have us guessing. And guessing, and guessing. Now that you know all of the skills, we've prepared a bonus for you to keep in mind next time you find yourself facing an emotional challenge. Seeing as how emotional intelligence is a skill, you have the opportunity to learn it and become more successful in your relationships at home and work. Here are 3 questions from comedian Craig Ferguson that you should ask yourself before saying something. 1. Does this need to be said? 2. Does this need to be said by me? 3. Does this need to be said by me now? If you find yourself in a stressful situation or having a difficult conversation, remember to pause and mentally answer these 3 questions to better manage your relationships with other people. Do you have a high level of emotional intelligence? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe. Stay on the bright side.